You guys really couldn't wait 5 minutes to start dogging on Cody Bellinger, so my brother sent me this meme. It says, wait, why would the Dodgers want to tender me? I'm not a chicken, along with this face of Cody Bellinger, because we all know the meme is that Cody's always on that Mary Jane, and because he was non-tendered, Cody thinks that he's now a chicken tender. Come on. Well, what's up, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We actually have a lot to talk about today, so I'm not going to waste any time. I do want to mention, if this actually happens, free agent Jose Abreu has spoken with the Padres. Where did the Padres find a kingdom of treasures? Like, they literally have an infinite money glitch. They have all of the money in the world, it seems like, and just plenty of roster spots. So if Jose Abreu goes to the Padres, I'm glad that he'll be out of the AL Central, but how do they keep on landing all of these big names? All right, so we are going to talk about Gio Urshela getting traded, as well as Kyle Farmer, but I want to talk about something that is going to go over very well in Yankee land. IKF, Isaiah Kiner Falefa. He has signed a 1-year, $6 million contract. He will be the starting shortstop, I believe, on opening day, but this is probably just a stepping stone to Anthony Volpe. Oswald Peraza, I'm hearing that he could be the second baseman and that the Mariners are actually in pursuit of Gleyber Torres right now. So Volpe, he is the future. Oswald Peraza, I really like his talents as well, but IKF, he's just there to really annoy and test the fortitude and the mental stability of the Yankee fan base. Moving on, we have Mike Yastrzemski. No, this is not Mike Wazowski. I know I've said that on accident in videos prior, but he gets $6.1 million. So a lot of people were speculating that Cody Bellinger was maybe going to fill in the void left behind by Mike. Nope. Mr. Mike, his grandfather is a Hall of Famer. We all know that. But at 32 years old, I know he only hit 214, but he had 17 home runs. Mike has had a few good seasons under his belt, so I'm happy that he's getting at least some money, because I thought he was going to get more, but he'll have to settle for 6.1. Now, I thought this trade was a troll because I read right-handed pitcher Casey Lugamina. I read it as Casey Ligma, so I thought it was a troll. But Kyle Farmer, he has indeed been traded from the Reds to the Twins in exchange for the 27th prospect from the Twins. So Kyle Farmer, we can see that he had a 90 OPS plus in 2022, but he had 25 doubles and 14 home runs with a 315 on base percentage. So he basically, you know that Spider-Man meme? 2021 and 2022, he essentially had the exact same season. So if you like someone who can be consistent and he can play catcher, he can play the infield, the outfield, wherever you need Kyle Farmer to play, he can be that guy. So he is going to the Twins in exchange for I think it was a right-handed pitcher. Yeah, Casey Legima. I don't know his stats, but we're going to go ahead and move on to the Gio Urshela trade, a former Minnesota Twin. He's 31 years old. He has been traded for Alejandro Hidalgo. Let's talk about him first. He is 19 years old. He's kind of been lit up. He has a 4.64 ERA in about 17 games. Now, Gio Urshela, the Yankees absolutely lost this trade. Gio, I didn't realize he had 27 doubles, 13 home runs, and a 121 OPS plus while hitting 285. So, yeah, Brian Cashman pretty much got punched in the mouth by the Donaldson and IKF trade, because Gio, he would have cost a whole lot less. I mean, basically, for what they're paying Aaron Hicks, IKF, and Josh Donaldson, they could have given to Bryce Harper. So Gio going to the Angels. I want to ask Angel fans one thing. Does this trade even make sense? Because Anthony Rendon, by all accounts, is now healthy. He's your everyday third baseman. It's not like Gio is going to be your DH, because that's Ohtani's job. Is he going to split time at shortstop with Livan Soto or at first base as a platoon with Jared Walsh? I don't understand this move, but okay. I don't know if I mentioned this in the intro, but we have a lot of former pretty much all-stars getting dropped. And if you guys see, back on September 28th, the Tigers beat the Royals 2-1. You might be asking, Fuzzy, why are you showing us a random box score? Where you see this Tigers lineup, you can see guys like Harold Castro, he was a pinch runner. Willie Castro, he was playing right field. Jeimer Candelario was obviously their third baseman. And Victor Reyes was playing left field. The reason why I bring up those four names, they've all been dropped by the Tigers. And to me, the biggest name, Jeimer Candelario, I know he had a down 2022, but he's only 28. Well, he's about to turn 29, so pretty much an early Christmas and birthday gift was, see ya, buddy. So an 83 OPS plus got him dropped, and this comes a year after he had 151 hits, 42 doubles, 16 home runs, and a 351 on base percentage after having a 369 on base percentage the year prior. So Jeimer Candelario from 2020 to 2021, he had 53 doubles and a 125 OPS plus in 201 games. That's really good production from a guy that's about to enter his prime, but as soon as he entered his prime, he kind of fell off a cliff. The batting average dipped, the on-base percentage dipped, but again, he is going to fit in nicely on another team. I have a feeling that the Tigers in general in 2022, they were cursed. Like every single one of their starting pitchers pretty much hit the shelf. I mean, their top guy, Eduardo Rodriguez, I mean, he went missing. Now, moving over to a former World Series champion, Edwin Rios, who had a pretty decent 2022 campaign. I know the 293 on base percentage might be misleading, but he had a 114 OPS plus. He had 7 home runs in 86 at-bats, so he was basically hitting a home run every 11 or 12 at-bats. He's gonna get picked up pretty fast. I'm really shocked to see that Luke Voit is not a former All-Star. I definitely thought he was an All-Star, but I guess his best season was in the pandemic season when there was not an All-Star game. So a year ago, he had 22 home runs, a 106 OPS plus. He's about to turn 32 years old. So do we think that the former home run champion is going to be given a second opportunity? I think that the Guardians are going to be in pursuit. A lot of people who are power hungry, the Guardians, possible teams like, I don't know, I feel like he could be a member of the Braves, like as a DH possibility. I know that the Braves always are able to turn guys like Eddie Rosario, and who was the other guy that went off? I don't remember. Jorge Soler. Yeah, they kind of saved his career, so I feel like they could do the same with Luke Voit. I mean, he's got pop. So Luke Voit has been dropped. Who's next? Dominic Smith. If you guys don't remember, he had a .616 slugging percentage back in 2020 with 10 home runs and 21 doubles. Like, this dude was an absolute savage for pretty much 2 consecutive seasons. He had a 150 OPS plus in 140 games between 2019 and 2020. Dominic Smith, his tenure in New York is officially over, and I don't know where he's going to go because a 62 OPS plus and a 194 batting average and 134 at-bats, that's not going to cut it. Brian Anderson, again, I thought this guy was a former All-Star as well. He really fell off a cliff in 2022. I know he had 16 doubles and 8 home runs, but that's in 98 games, so the production wasn't completely awful with a .311 on-base percentage. He can pretty much play every single position if you need him to, and at 29 years old, I mean, someone that had in the first 5 seasons of his career, he had a .350 on base percentage and a 109 OPS plus. This is surprising. I'm surprised they dropped him. So we know that the Marlins dropped Brian Anderson, a former Marlin that was dropped last year. He signed with the Padres, and now he's been dropped again. I don't really understand dropping Jorge Alfaro unless you think that Luis Campusano, a top prospect for the Padres, he plays catcher. Unless you think he's that dude. I liked Jorge. I mean, he had 14 doubles, 7 home runs, and 94 OPS plus. I mean, you could literally have Austin Hedges, who is quite literally worse than my grandmother when it comes to hitting baseballs. And then last but not least, Alex Reyes, the fall from grace is real. He has a career 2.86 ERA and 177 strikeouts and 100. So, like, he's been good. So what the heck happened? He was an all-star in 2021. He missed 2022 with some injuries. So maybe they just don't believe in his arm and the fact that he can be healthy. It's kind of the same situation with Kyle Lewis of the Mariners. They just don't believe that they can rekindle what happened in the past when he was an all-star and setting records as a rookie. I believe he set the MLB record for most consecutive saves converted to begin a career with like 25 or 26 saves straight to begin a career. I mean, Alex Reyes, once upon a time, he was one of the better relief pitchers in baseball, and he's still quite young. He's only 28 years old. But there you go, guys. A quick update on everything happening in the game of baseball. If you learned something or you enjoyed, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. We do this every single day. Be safe.